Next on the Broadway Show, Danny DeVito's on the show along with his daughter Lucy to talk about starring together in the new comedy I Need That. Plus, it's the groundbreaking musical Here Lies Love. I'm hanging out with one of the stars, Conrad Ricamora. I'm Tamsen Fadal, and this is the Broadway Show. If you're looking for Broadway's brightest stars and shows, well, you have come to the right place. It's the Broadway Show. I'm Tamsen Fadal. Welcome. Here Lies Love is Broadway's biggest party, a decade in the making. It's the revolutionary production about the former First Lady of the Philippines, Imelda Marcos. And Here Lies Love is the first Broadway show ever to feature an all-Filipino cast. I had a chance to talk to one of the stars of Here Lies Love, Conrad Ricamora. Let's talk about where you started with this show.
Yeah, no, I started 11 years ago. I was in my third year of my MFA program at the University of Tennessee, and I saw in the New York Times that David Byrne and Alex Timbers were doing a musical about Imelda Marcos that was set to pop, rock, R&B type music, and that tends to sit well in my voice, so I asked my professor if I could fly up here to go to the open call. I waited in line at like 7 a.m. for the open call, got passed on to callbacks the next day, and they asked me to call back again the day after that, and I had to go back to school, and they said they were okay. And they called me while I was in my acting class to offer me the job.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I mean, that's an incredible story, though.
Yeah.
It really is. I love the fact that you said I have to go back to school.
Well, one of the reasons I had to is because we didn't have any understudies. I was doing Kiss Me Kate at the professional theater that my training program was attached to. And if I didn't show up, then the show wouldn't go on.
So I went and saw the show just recently, and I walked out and I was like, oh my gosh, it didn't stop. It was an incredible ride.
Yeah, it's a little bit over 90 minutes. It's a sprint the whole time, and there's so much to look at. We're telling the story 360 degrees around the audience, and it's a wild party. It's unlike anything I've ever done unlike anything I've ever seen in a Broadway theater or any theater.
We talk about an audience being a character in every show, and you feeling the audience. You're with the audience though every night.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, they are literally a character. There's no fourth wall. It's a dance club, and there were not a lot of Broadway theaters that wanted to let Here Lies Love tear out the seats and completely renovate the theater. I mean, we had to tear out the entire orchestra seating to turn this theater into a dance club. The characters in our show, which were real-life political figures, are vying for the audience's support back and forth, and a tug-of-war between the audience's affection between two different people, two different political figures. The fact that we get to, shake hands with the audience, get them to dance with us, get them to jump up and at our respective rallies, is something that is unlike anything I've ever done.
I think everybody feels like they're a part of the show.
Yeah, I get that sense too.
This show is very meaningful to you, to your family. Can you talk a little bit about that? I mean, your father has to just be amazing to see you and watch you start from where you've started to where you are now.
Yeah, no, my dad came over here from the Philippines when he was 11, and I don't think he ever thought that his Filipino brown-skinned son would be accepted in the entertainment industry, especially from where we've come with Asian men in the entertainment industry, and how the horrible stereotypes that were just accepted in mainstream media. That's all has been evolving for the past few years. Yeah, to see his son being celebrated on Broadway in a leading role, playing a political figure from his home country is huge. He's seen it 18 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, all the way back at the Public, and then they came for opening night, and they saw it every single day that they were here. It's like, don't you guys want to go see the Statue of Liberty?
For tickets and more info, head over to Broadway.com. The revival of The Wiz just hit the yellow brick road to Broadway. The pre-Broadway tour just kicked off in Baltimore. Let's send it out to Paul Wontorek.
That's right, Tamsen. The national tour of The Wiz launched tonight right here at Baltimore's Hippodrome Theater. I chatted with the stars of the musical who will ease on down the road all the way across the U.S. before landing at Broadway's Marquee Theater in March. Oh my God, you're playing Dorothy in The Wiz. Everybody knows Dorothy. They know Home. They know your big song in The Wiz. Stephanie Mills made it legendary. You opened. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling like crazy. I just feel so excited and happy. And I mean, it's been quite nerve-wracking because it's such a big role to take on. And I've just been working really hard to create a Dorothy that everyone feels they can relate to. So it has made me feel really good to hear all the things that people are saying.
You are a powerhouse recording star and a Broadway star. So this is kind of a great project for you because these songs
are so memorable and so iconic.
Yeah.
And the storylines are what resonate with people and what still make that connection. It doesn't matter that they were written, decades ago. They still resonate now. And just by the audience's reaction, you can tell what you have.
This is a dream show, not just for audiences and fans like me, but for performers. What does it mean to get to be a part of bringing The Wiz back?
I saw the movie, that's how I got introduced to the show, and it made me see me, and it actually flipped that switch for me to know that I wanted to be a performer. So to be able to now be in the show as The Wiz, it's unreal. It's a dream come true.
What does The Wiz mean to you?
The Wiz means everything. It is literally I wish I didn't have this long shirt on because maybe, there is a portrait of Michael Jackson, who I do play the role that he played before me. And it was just a manifestation of a little kid watching amazing African-American artists come to a space that they could just be free and be bold and be vulnerable. And I think that me having a part in that and now being a part of history, if you will, is the greatest thing I could ever do with my life right now, honestly.
What does it mean for you to be a part of bringing The Wiz back to Broadway?
It's super crazy. But I mean, for me, I love musicals. I love The Wiz. I loved every version of The Wiz. I love the movie version. I love the original Broadway versions. Shout out to Amber. She really killed the rewrite of the script. It's funny, it's current. It still gives you the original songs.
Yeah.
So for everybody who loves the original music, it's like you got all of that.
It was generational. So we had my daughter who's 3 years old and my son who's 7, and kids can't sit still, and they did pretty good.
Yeah.
They did pretty good.
They did great because they were singing and dancing, and they saw the show 3 days in a row.
As a Black performer, as a fan of theater, of a fan of this music, what does it mean to know that you're going to be a part of that?
It's pretty wild. I think that it's a huge responsibility, but to think that there will be somebody in the world that remembers me as a part of this, like I remember Diana Ross, and I remember Michael Jackson, and I remember Ted Ross. To know that that is something that is a possibility it's overwhelming, but in a good way.
Well, Shelly, I think we put down one yellow brick, right? We're start the journey, one brick down. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. It's a great milestone when you welcome the audience into the process, and we're still in our process, but it's been incredible to feel the moments that they genuinely connect with, and then the moments that they discover with us, and to feel the moments where they get to cherish their own memories inside this piece.
It really does mean a lot after all these years for The Wiz to come back home.
It's time to take a walk with a Broadway star, so let's send it out to Charlie Cooper.
Solea, we're about to walk you to work.
Yes, we are. Let's go.
I am so excited to be here with you. I know you've had a crazy busy summer.
Yes.
How's it been? We're in Times Square right now.
Oh my God. I've never felt like more of a New Yorker. From working in the Delacorte to working right smack dab in the heart of the city. I'm living my New York dreams in such a way. And I've just been kind of in disbelief. I'm like, these roles? Ophelia to Eurydice? Who gets to do that?
So I have to ask you, because you literally go to hell every night.
I sure do.
What is that like? What was it like the first time you went? And does it feel a little different these days now that you've been a few times?
You know what? Going down, what I love about this show is that at the end of the day, it's about pervasive unrelenting hope. Eurydice isn't going down because, oh no, something happened to her. She made a choice.
Yeah.
She's a survivor. She's been making her way in the world all on her own, like making choices to know, like, I need to do the best that I can with what's in front of me. And yeah, the guy like really let me down, and I had nothing to do but make this deal with the literal devil. And this is how I'm gonna survive, this is how I'm gonna make it. And so I think there's a lot of strength in that.
You saw this show a few years ago on your birthday.
I did.
Could you have ever imagined that you would be in it? And was this the role that you dreamed of having, if so?
Oh my gosh, I mean, there was so much commotion about this show for so long when it was downtown, when it finally came here, when the album came out, and there was this part of me that was kind of like, I feel like this show might be in my life. And I was, when I did finally see the show on my birthday, I was like, what took me so long? I can't believe it. And like, I had been such a fan of Eva's for so long, since Miss Saigon. But I was like, I watched the show and I was like, I would love to sing this score someday. But you never know.
Yeah.
So when the call came to do this, I was like, absolutely. Sign me up, I'm there. I've been singing these songs in the shower for the past few years
You like
anyway.
manifested it,
You know what I mean?
Like.
You manifested it, and it feels so amazing to be back on Broadway.
I love that. Solea, you're a star.
Thank you.
And we're so excited to see you here. Break a leg, you're at work.
I'm at work.
Break a leg.
I'm at like the shiniest workplace of all time. Like, I can't believe it. Thank you so much, y'all. I'm gonna go have a fantastic show. See you there.
Great Scott, Back to the Future is now on Broadway, and Casey Light plays Marty McFly. And he's doing a vlog for us over at Broadway.com. Here's the latest installment of the McFly Files.
Okay, fit check, Marty McFly, suspenders, we're all hooked up. We got this jacket situation going on. I got something special for you. Ready? A performance? No! All right, here we go. The power of vlog is a curious thing. Make a one-man screen, make another man stream. Change a mic to a little black camera. More than a video, that's the power of vlog. Woo! Am I paid in diamonds? Rich like the queen? No, I'm not. I'm doing this for free. Took an old idea, now back in time. Power vlog will keep you home at night. We don't need money, don't take fame, don't need no credit card to fill this frame. It's dumb and it's funny, and it's live and it's real. You won't feel nothing till you feel. Feel the power, feel the power of vlog. That's the power, you feel the power of vlog. Woo! You can feel the power of vlog.
There's still a whole lot more to talk about on this edition of The Broadway Show.
Both season Tony winners and aspiring theater makers come here to rehearse. I'm Perry Sook, taking you inside Open Jar Studios.
Hi, my name is James Merrill Eichelhart, and I get the privilege of playing the legendary Louis Armstrong in A Wonderful World, the new musical at the Sanger Theater in New Orleans from October 1st through the 8th. And you're watching The Broadway Show.
Welcome back to The Broadway Show. I'm Tamsen Fadal. Let's get back to it. Danny DeVito makes his Broadway return next month, starring alongside his daughter Lucy in I Need That, a new comedy about a recluse who either has to clean up his property or get kicked out. Let's check back in with Paul Wontorek.
That's right, Tamsen. Danny and Lucy DeVito are teaming up on Broadway this fall, and I Need That. I sat down with them to find out more about this new family dramedy. How exciting, Broadway together. I've seen you both do theater, but Broadway together.
Yeah.
What does it mean for the family?
This is really
it's unbelievable.
Ringing the bell.
Yeah, we're so excited. It's so cool.
And a play created during COVID about getting comfortable in the surroundings of your own home so much and not wanting, I mean, it's kind of the perfect play to come out of that.
Not wanting to let go of anything. It's not far from home in that way because I do have a lot of things that I get attached to, and for various reasons, and that's basically the dilemma that she has to deal with. I'm a little obsessive about my things.
What about creating an onstage father-daughter dynamic? Because you do play Sam's daughter.
Mhm.
How does your own personal relationship help inform when you're working together on a play that's so much about these relationships?
You know, I mean, I think that Amelia and Sam are similar, but also very different from who we are. So I think we're going to bring like the things that we can relate to, and then, you know, build on top of that.
At least you're going in knowing you like your co-stars.
We have,
Yeah,
we have,
right?
we have, yeah, we're not fighting over a dressing room because I get the best one. Yeah, I'm the old man. Yeah, you don't want the guy climbing stairs. I'm gonna put him in that dressing room over there.
I gotta say, I've been a longtime fan of the DeVito Perlman acting dynasty. And I gotta say, the family's killing it right now. I mean, your mom, and first of all, the Barbie movie, like the most successful movie of all time. She was just at Lincoln Center. You know, you two are back on stage here. But this is your Broadway debut.
It is.
There you
Dad,
go.
do you have any tips
There you
for
go.
her to navigate Broadway?
Yeah, what you got for me?
Don't upstage me.
All right,
I'm only-
yeah.
No,
I
I'm
won't
only
block
kidding.
your light. It's
Yeah,
fine.
stay out of my, yeah.
Yeah.
No, go, move over a little bit. What are
I'll
you
give
doing?
you your
Let me
moment.
talk downstage.
All right.
Open Jar Studios is one of the places Broadway comes to rehearse. From seasoned veterans to aspiring young talents, everyone can be found throughout these halls. Let's head inside and speak to one of the pivotal staff members here at Open Jar Studios. So we are here with Michael Wysong, a man who wears many hats here at Open Jar Studios. I think we get right to it. Let's head into one of the studios.
All right, let's do it.
So Michael, where better to talk about Open Jar Studios than right here in one of the rehearsal rooms? As you're going through booking, are you getting calls? Are they requesting types of rooms? You know, what is that process?
So it depends on the size of the booking that's coming in. So you'll get your calls, which is a lot of the just sort of actors, actresses, or students want to come in and they want to rehearse in a room like this for an hour or so. And then we have a booking form online and my email that I speak with a lot of general managers who work with a lot of different Broadway shows, where they'll email and they'll say, hey, we need X amount of rehearsal studios for X amount of time. What do you have available? So the great thing about our facility is that everybody who works here has a background in the performing arts. So we are able to talk about the needs of the clients and how we can best, fit those needs.
Now, something else I'd like to see, I got to see around the studios. Do you mind showing me around?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look. These are our lockers. It's like high school. So a Broadway show will spend anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks here.
Sure.
So people are going to want somewhere to store their things while they're here so that they don't have to lug everything back and forth. So we're going to take a peek in 11M here, which is what we call one of our medium-sized dance studios.
Okay.
And I think we'll get to meet one of our lovely clients.
Oh, wonderful.
Hello.
Hello.
We're coming in just doing a little tour. So this is Janine Molinari.
Hello, nice to meet you.
She is one of our first clients here, has been with us ever since the beginning, one of our favorite people, runs an amazing dance company called Dance Molinari. And Janine's been running her amazing program out of our studios for the last 4 years. We're very proud to be her home base. This is part of what our floors sort of look like underneath the floor. This is wood and then a bit of cushion and wood and then the marley. You can
That's
sort of
thick.
see, yeah, but you can see,
wow,
squeeze it, you can see how it gives.
Yeah, look at that.
So that happens, you don't really feel it to that extent when
Sure.
you're moving on there, but that protects your joints.
Save my knees.
Absolutely.
I'd probably feel a little better right now
Yes.
if I would have had those.
Right.
So we've made it upstairs.
Yes. So this is our beautiful chandelier, which each pulley that's on the top there comes from a different Broadway theater.
Oh, wow.
And the one that's in the center with the hook is
Uh-huh.
from the Palace Theater, hung above the stage when Judy Garland sang there, and then later when Liza Minnelli sang there.
Oh, that's
And now we
amazing.
get to walk under it every day. So this is the stage door from the movie The Producers. It was given to us by Susan Stroman, who directed that movie. So this is the door that Will Ferrell ran through right before he breaks his legs
Right.
in that movie. That movie is the reason I got into theater at all in the first place. This little reminder, this is why I do what I do, this is why I'm in the city.
So this is remarkable. I mean, everywhere you walk, you just hear music, you're surrounded by it from all different styles, from Broadway to big operatic baritones. It's an amazing place to be, but I gotta ask you, what does Broadway mean to you?
Oh man, it's gonna sound silly, but it means everything to me. As soon as I could come here, I came to New York. I said, I'm gonna work on Broadway.
This is the Broadway Show. We're back in just a few. And that's going to do it for us. Until next time, I'm Tamsen Fadal, and this is the Broadway Show.